These guys right here, potential bad boys is what they feel like, man. And these are Aaron Gordon's first official signature shoe. These were the first shoe that we know him to wear with the 361 Degree brand, but these are his actual signature shoes. So we're gonna talk about these, and we got some really cool stuff about these to talk about. This is the Orlando Magic colorway. Obviously they're both Orlando Magic, but I think this might be the All-Star one. I don't remember for sure, so don't take my word on that. But thank you to Ray over at 361 Degrees. Man, they smell like Wades, you know what I mean? Like a way of Wade. So they smell good, dude. It smells like quality. But there's two colorways. There's gonna be more colorways, but we have two here. The reason why they sent two of them is because this one right here is a size 43 and this one's a size 42. We just weren't sure which one would fit me. I can do both of them, but this is the one that I have like the fit that I love, that one-to-one snug fit. So in my opinion, true to size. But again, this is his first official signature shoe. Can you hear this? Some tacky ass rubber, man. It feels good.
That's what she said.
One thing that I think is really interesting about the traction itself is that the grooves or the pattern is very, very thin, very shallow, very different than what I've seen usually from Chinese branded shoes and stuff, because they typically only wear their shoes outdoors unless you're a professional. So this is another one of those shoes where, like what Nike does, it's made for the athletes, made for that indoor setting. Some people are going to be very upset by that, and I understand how you feel, but this is just what it is. So if you're an indoor hooper, you'll probably be really excited about these. If you're an outdoor hooper, enjoy them while they last. Now, as far as the tech specs are concerned, that's my favorite part about these right here. This is the part that I can't wait to talk about, because good old Ray over at 361, man, he sent this guy over right here. Oh, this is some of my favorite shit, dude. Like, I didn't have to break anything. It was already like that. Believe it or not, man, back in the day, like when you were working at Foot Locker or whatever, Finish Line, Foot Action, all that stuff, Champs, there would be, for the Nike side, I don't know if this was for every brand, but there would be what they called an EKIN, which is Nike spelled backwards. And it's a Nike employee that knows pretty much everything about the product, and they're there to teach the employees how to sell the shoe. They would come with a big ass keychain with this stuff on it. And if you were cool with a manager, he would show it to you. Or they would have like a pedestal with like a magazine, like the Foot Locker magazine. It was essentially an Eastbay, but you know, it'd have that in there so you can order things if they weren't in store, and they would have this kind of stuff set up there and everything. You can check it out. So this thing is really cool. So the system is multiple foams, one of which is the quick foam that we saw here, the packing peanut stuff. A lot of you guys actually told me about Skechers with this, with the Skechers Burst. So thank you so much for that, because I had no idea. I don't pay any attention to Skechers, unfortunately. Yeah, you guys taught me about Skechers Burst, and then somebody sent me a link to a video where they talked about how they make this stuff, and it's super cool. Basically, it starts very small, and then they use nitrogen to expand it. It's dope. So this is the shoe right here. It's also got these components as well. But again, this is the outsole. So this is the first piece. And then what you would have directly underneath it right here is the shank plate. And this guy right here is just TPU. It's pretty strong. Like I can twist it a little bit, but not anything crazy. That's going to be on the standard pairs that are supposed to be coming available right now. But there's going to be a pro version in early 2021, which is going to have this guy right here. And this is a carbon fiber plate. Not only is it a carbon fiber plate, it's strong as shit. Like I can't even bend it or twist it or anything. Same exact size, all of that. So it's gonna fit right where you can see that arch plate, but again, it's gonna be like under there. It's housed in between the foams though, so you won't be able to see that underneath the shoe. And what's really cool about this carbon fiber plate is that this thing right here is 15 layers thick. Okay, so there's carbon fibers, the woven material and everything, then they lay it down, they carbonize it with the way that they do that, and then you end up with this product here. And what they've done is they've made 15 layers of carbon into this shape, incredibly strong, incredibly thick, without going up into the forefoot like, you know, some Wades and some LeBrons have done. They are going to have the two versions available, so that's really cool. So if you wanted more support or whatever for whatever reason, there's going to be that for you in 2021. But if you're cool with just the regular TPU version, then there's that too. And then the next layer is the quick foam. That's this stuff. So you can see that it's really isolated into the heel area, and that's where they're really focusing that impact protection. And then that's gonna fit right in line with what they're calling their Neo Foam Organ. That's just the name for their version of this type of EVA and stuff. It's got a nice fluffy feel, a little bit of bounce back, but not too much. And you combine those two things, you're gonna get a shoe that is comfortable and very supportive and stable. I think that's really cool, man. So you can see exactly how that goes. And again, this piece right here would fit right in between and it'll sit right there. And then on top of all of that, which you can see very clearly on the white pair, you can see the little etching in the little side pieces and stuff, but that little rubbery, you know what I mean? It's like the hardens and the crazy explosives from Adidas, like the stuff with the boost. So they cage the really bouncy stuff in there, and then it just fits in there just like that.
This feels very Mr. Rogers right now.
I love Mr. Rogers. And I think you're thinking of Bill Nye the Science Guy.
No, I can just picture him like he goes to see how something works and they teach him, and he very simply is like, it goes here and here.
There's all kinds of footwear enthusiasts out there. Some people don't give two shits about this, and I don't blame them. They just want something that works and they don't want to think about it. I'm just a guy that likes to play basketball, and I also like to know about this stuff because I'm a weirdo. So this works for me. And if you're like me and you're a weirdo too and you're cool with that, what's up, man? Hit that subscribe button, you know what I mean? I never ask you to, but if you want to, welcome. But yeah, man, this is what it is. Then you plop all of that inside of here. I love this, dude. This is so dope. Every one of these little components needs a mold. It all costs a lot of money, and the fact that they put all that money into this, plus they got to pay the athlete and everything, and then hope that people buy the stuff, it's a really big investment. I really think that this is neat. You can see the flex grooves in there. That's for compression and flexibility, so it can move freely, but also give you a little bit of ease and all that stuff. Let that foam move around and everything like a waterbed. That's a deep cut. Nobody knows about that.
Shout out to Charles.
Yes, and he's watching. So.
Hi, Charles.
What's up, Charles? But yeah, man, this is the main component of the shoe as far as the main tech features, and I really appreciate that they sent that stuff over because I wish that I had this for every shoe. This, I feel like, is probably what most of you guys are here for. I think that most people like to just know what the tech is about. Most people don't know what the tech is about. For some reason I do, and that's just what it is. But yeah, when you put it all together, man, they're gorgeous too, dude. These are a cool looking shoe. I really like these. Now the upper is interesting because it's a mixture or an amalgam of a lot of stuff that we have come to know and sometimes love over the past like 11 years or whatever. So we do have some fuse overlays. They're as minimal as they could get, like hiding seams and putting them in high wear areas. And of course they're for Aaron Gordon, who is famously known for getting robbed at the dunk contest twice, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's actually that he blew through a pair of Nikes, okay? He blew through the Hyper Revs, which is a great shoe, but apparently he's just too big for those. So when I see a shoe like this with all these layers, I'm not surprised. And then in addition to all of those fuse panels, both of these guys right here feature different types of textiles. And so you got that kind of like already broken in feeling with those, the way that they wove or weaved or knitted. I don't know which one it is, but you know, it's straight across. So it's in that flex zone. So I think that's dope. I'm just really excited to try these out, man. There's reflective on here as well. So if you guys could see that, these little straps right there. This is kind of reflective, but I think it's just shining the light off of it. But you got that there. And then also what's really cool is it's got it on there, but look at that, the quick foam inside, they actually was able to dye it. So I think that's really dope. I hope you guys like those random little cell phone shots, because I know that they're not like the best quality and everything, and they're shaky and but keeps it real, right? But yeah, these things are dope, man. Lots of padding. I like the interior materials that they used on both of these. I really do like that they sent two colorways over, because some of this stuff doesn't always show up on the camera, but just like it's quilted. There's nice Achilles pillows. Everything looks quality, man. I like this stuff, dude.
So this is probably a disservice to Aaron Gordon, but every time he comes up, I have to remind myself that he's not Gordon Hayward. It's just...
No, I mean, look, in a previous video, we were talking about my brain and how sometimes the Rolodex cards get misplaced. Yeah, I get it, man. And their names are similar. The difference, though, is that Gordon Hayward is the lanky kid that, like...
became Mr. Suave.
Yeah, like, that's like Beauty and the Beast or something, you know what I mean? But, like, not, you know what I'm saying? Not like that drastic or whatever.
He got a haircut, and all of a sudden, he was Mr. GQ.
It wasn't the haircut. It was the beard.
Oh.
The beard makes every man look like a man.
I do like a good beard.
Yeah. Like, trust me, if you don't have a beard, just get one and maintain it, okay? And I know that sometimes they can be patchy and stuff. It's all good, bro. Like, just do it, you know? Grow it out, shave it, grow it again, let it fill up a little bit, and catch yourself a nice old lady like this, you know? But, what was I talking about?
The difference.
Oh, yeah, but Aaron Gordon, okay, he's from where we're from. He went to Midi High School.
Oh.
He's from the Bay.
Okay.
Yeah, so the kid's just like not a national treasure or whatever, but like for the Bay Area people, like he made it, you know what I mean? And I think that that's cool. He's like Damian Lillard and stuff like that. Jason Kidd, Gary Payton.
I think it's he has two first names for a first and a last name. He's like he's like Bruce Wayne, you know, like
all the great heroes in life, you know?
So my brain, it like hiccups or something every time they happen to come up, and I have to remember, oh wait, they're different people.
Trust me, I get get it. There was even, back in the 90s, there was 2 Jason Williams.
Oh, man.
One you didn't want to remember, and I will just leave it at that. If you guys want to Google the other one, go for it. It's a up story.
What do you Google? Jason Williams, not that Jason Williams?
Not white chocolate. Okay, not white chocolate. He also spelled his name differently. I think it was a Y in there.
J-A-Y?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a sad story. So,
That's reminding me of how I thought Jason Derulo's name used to be said. If you listen to Jason Derulo's
I don't know if we
album,
want to know.
He always goes, Jason Derulo. So I thought that's how his name was said.
Jason?
Yes.
Man, we got a special one, folks. So that pretty much takes care of everything. Again, thank you to 361. Big thank you to Ray. This is awesome. I would love to have stuff like this all the time. I just think it makes what I do a lot easier because I could show you guys visually instead of just being like, it's in there.
Right.
You know, trust me. So
here's my foot in the shoe.
Yeah.
There's some cushion underneath it.
let me try my best to press it.
I like watching your foot in the background during those pan shots because you can see you rocking to really emphasize the cushion.
I'm trying to show you guys, man. I'm doing my damn